Hello, welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham, and I have the pleasure of having with me as my guest today Daryl Lackey from 2.5 Men Moving Company here in Hampton Roads. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me.
Why don't you give us an overview of your company? Just kind of a...
Well, I guess the name gives it away a little bit.
Just
the
a
moving,
little.
Yeah. Anyway, we are a full-service moving company. We nothing really too big, too small. We're considered an interstate mover, which means we just move within the state of Virginia. We don't cross the state line. We, well, in fact, I don't even go out of state on vacation. So
Why
I like
take
to
it seriously?
keep the money right here in Virginia.
Okay.
But nothing, like I said, too big or too small. Sometimes we do the big ones or just go to someone's home and kind of rearrange furniture within their home. So
Okay.
It's not... And
how long have you been doing this?
Since '09.
Since '09.
Was the
Okay.
first day, yeah.
All right. All right. And
In fact, I take that back. I've always had a truck since I was 16. So I was the guy that, hey, Daryl, call Daryl, the guy with the truck.
I think we've all done
So
that.
yeah, I've been moving since I was 16.
Okay. So what made you want to start a moving company? Because generally those early experiences make you not want to be a mover.
Right.
Right.
Well, I figured, no one wants to do it. I thought it would be a good business to get into because it's not easy. But I got the bright idea to start it. Back in the day, I worked for a local termite company. So I was the guy that would come out and do the termite inspections on your home. And at that time, that's when the customers are packing up, boxing their stuff up. And back then, a little old lady was getting ready to move and had no one to help her. Her house sold a lot faster than she thought it was going to. And a light bulb went off. I said, So I went ahead and gave her a price to move her, rented a U-Haul, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay. And so you mentioned packing. Do you all help with, can you offer packing and unpacking services?
We don't do an awful lot of the unpacking. It's just one of the ways our customers can save money. You know, we just put the boxes where they want them. But the packing, yeah, we do, and we do a color code deal. So what we do is we pack say your living room. We call that the blue room. You have an office. We'll color code. We'll put color duct tape on all those boxes. So when we're loading up, of course, everything's wrapped before we put it on the truck, and all the blue boxes go in together, all the yellows, and so then we're not constantly asking you, where does this box go? Where does this box? You know, the more organized everything and the smoother it goes, the more money the customer saves. So if we don't do the packing, we also recommend to the customer for them to do the color code because it just makes everything go so much smoother.
I guess the color code would help it to be easy to spot too, instead of trying to turn the box around and read what it says on the box.
Right.
I've done that.
And then when we get to the destination address, we'll have the customers put the blue dot on the door where their master bedroom's going and do the color code there, so we're not constantly, hey, where does this go?
Right.
We put the furniture in, we put everything back together, and then all the blue boxes go in, and you know, we just put everything where they go. So.
All right. So you mentioned you move, you know, large and small and all, and I know that sometimes pianos are something that some moving companies won't even do.
Right.
Because, you know, for a variety of reasons. I guess it's because they're big and heavy for one thing, but they're sensitive in another way. So do you do pianos? I wouldn't have asked you if you didn't.
Well, we do pianos. You know, and they're not easy. I don't recommend someone trying to move a baby grand piano without experience and knowing what they're doing. We had one time a customer called, and we did give them a price to move their baby grand. They decided to go ahead and tackle it themselves, and they called us up, help. We get there, and they're rolling this piano like it was a big ball trying to get it out the door. Well, they, of course, damaged the piano, and then they ended
Probably
up having,
damaged the door.
and just to try to save a couple of dollars, they ended up having to get it done the right way. So.
All right, so it's good call, professional. All right, and do you offer military discounts or senior citizen or anything like that?
Well, actually, we give all of our customers get a discount. They have the opportunity to. Not all take us up on it, but we offer a 10% up to $200 off every move.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a small catch.
Okay, there is it.
There you go. On the small catches, it's pretty easy. They go to their pantry. We collect canned goods, and we donate it to the local churches, local food banks.
Okay.
So, with that said, they get us 25 canned goods or more on move day, box it up, write 2.5 men movers on the box. When they hand that to us on move day, we knock 10% up to $200 off their move.
Okay, well, that sounds good.
And of course, then we collect enough of it and we donate it to the local churches.
That's great. That's great. Good citizen.
In fact, every time
the community, yeah.
When my shelves are full, and they are right now, it's about anywhere from 8 to 1,000 pounds of food that we donate every couple of months.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. We need companies to give back. You know, that's one of the things about doing this interviewing of companies, and I find that a lot of people don't realize just how much companies benefit the community, how much donation they do, how much support they give, how much backing and sponsoring they do of all kinds of charities and churches and food drives and things like that. And people just don't realize that if you took the companies out of the mix, you know,
well, yeah,
you'd lose an awful lot. All right, so
well, like I say, my new saying is "Help us move hunger out of Virginia."
well, that's good.
And it would be nice if the other movers would do the same thing we're doing, because it would really help put a huge dent in helping us do that. So.
All right, and so let's just talk about you mentioned other movers. There's a lot of movers in the area, obviously. Right. And this is a very transit area, so that's a good for you. What sets you apart from your competition?
Well, I say there's a lot. I feel like one is, of course, the canned good donations. I don't think there's another mover out there that would do that. But the fact that I was in the pest control business, I know a lot about bugs and bed bugs. You know, bed bugs are a pretty huge ordeal right now. So.
Yeah.
I train my guys what to look for in bed bugs. I show them where they're hiding. So when we're in there doing a move and there's bed bugs, guys come back and they tell me, and we have to treat the truck for the bed bugs professionally. We remove all our moving pads that we use on that move, and we have to wash them, and you know, because you don't want to take a bed bug to your new house, I can tell you. I mean, you can have one adult bed bug live up to a year without a blood meal. So, with that said, I know the other movers are not thinking about bed bugs when they go to move you. They're just moving you.
Right. Well, you said something before this interview to me. You said, yeah, and when you rent a U-Haul truck, not just U-Haul, any truck, but if you rent go to a place and rent a truck or something. You don't know what's been in that truck ahead of you. Right. So you could be bringing it, right along. And I know a bit about bed bugs, not that I've ever had them, but I work with exterminating companies and things, so I've heard a lot about them. And so I know that that's not something you want any part of.
And like I said, all it would take is one.
Yeah.
And 6 months later, you're having a problem with bed bugs. You're wondering, where did they come from? Well, they came from the moving van or the U-Haul that you rented, or even a professional mover that you had move you. So. Right.
Okay. All right. Now I know that you've got a rating with the Better Business Bureau.
A rating.
A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and so that's comforting. Right. Is there anything else that I have forgotten to mention?
Let me see. Well, I know we're a member of the BBB, but also. With the Virginia Movers Warehousemen's Association, we're also a member with them, which they're really helpful. All the other movers, it's our competition, but yet we get together about 2 times a year, and I get to meet the other movers, and it's really helpful. Even though they're a competition, they help us. We're all, and helping each other come up with ideas to, you know, make their company better. And I think that's a real neat little organization that and I'm glad I joined them.
Okay. All right. All right. So if you have a move coming up, contemplating a move, or need maybe help just moving an individual item or a whole house or office. You do offices too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I forgot to tell you that, didn't I?
Yeah, see, there we go. All right, so whether it's an office or your home, you can call Daryl at 2.5 Men Moving, and the contact information is at the end of this video. It's also on the bottom of this page, and I'm sure they would be glad to give you an estimate and help you out. So thank you so much for coming in, and I appreciate you doing that, and it was an interesting interview, and I wish you a great deal of success.
Thank you. And again, I appreciate you having me. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
All right.